Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today once again with a quick update video here in regards to Age of X. But more importantly, guys, not sure if you caught wind of this just yet, but there was a Discord announcement yesterday on the Marvel Strike Force Discord, and yes, in just a few hours, someone was able to finally complete, not finally, but I mean already complete, the Age of X Xavier saga, fully unlocking Professor X himself. In just a few hours, actually, which is very surprising. Obviously, they've done proper planning, and they've obviously been spending with Gear Tier 20 pieces, but we've also had a pretty good avenue of it as well from the different events, and more importantly, obviously having the X Coin store. So massive shout out to Johnny. He is the first officially announced player to finish that, and as well, more importantly too, we'll likely get some rewards and whatnot to celebrate his completion of it in a coming blog post. So be on the lookout for that, guys. But just wanted to provide a quick update as this is fully live now in case you guys don't know where this is. As you can see, Professor Xavier Saga is located under the epic campaigns here. So yeah, this is housed with all the previous Dark Dimensions. We got the Apocalypse Saga here previously as well. So this is definitely a landing spot for all these kind of end game content that we want to take advantage of. Having said that, I was able to personally go through it myself yesterday, and as you can see here, we were able to fully already do all of the Nimrod section. Super easy. If you guys already have Gear Tier 18, Gear Tier 19 characters, it's gonna be straightforward. It's gonna be very easy. Just use their strongest teams, and it was basically a straight auto, right? If you don't have some of the best characters and teams, that's okay, because this is a good chance to work your way up on this. But again, you won't have problems once you're where you should be in terms of the progression, right? Having said that, I was able to also nibble a bit in the Gladiator boss section here, where we're going through the hard nodes. And to be honest, guys, this is kind of my progression right now. Let me show you kind of where we're at. So as you can see, like we've tried a couple times here and there, and we were able to 3-star, as you can see here, only one of the nodes, and the other one's barely able to get by. Now, reason being is, remember, the city section here is ultimately designed to have a vigilante team. Even the 3-piece of vigilante is going to get you the full bonus of the team, so that's why they are going to have a distinct advantage. Now, I do want to quickly just talk about what worked for myself to get through, but I'm not having a lot of luck, to be honest, in the hard 1-4 node, which is the very last one here. And remember, you do need actually to get all of these completed at 3 stars, so you can't exactly take shortcuts here. You can't exactly just leave it as the way it is now, and that's okay, because we know that we don't have Gear Tier 20 characters yet, and once you bring them back in, they're going to be a lot stronger. But having said that, that means that we need to invest in the proper characters before we actually go back in here for the higher difficulties. Because remember, after hard is completed, the next section here being heroic and extreme, they're going to require Gear Tier 20. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the right characters involved and invested in, because otherwise it's just going to compound and you're going to be regretting some investment decisions. So let me just show you real quickly here. This is what at least got me through 3 nodes, but again, like I said, I'm not having a lot of luck in the final node, so I would recommend against investing some of the characters shown here, because they were really just used because I haven't brought them into a past Dark Dimension, or they're leveled up and invested in because of the raids that we're currently doing. So it was the 3-piece of Spire Society for myself. I brought in Peter B. Parker, Spider-Man Noir, and Penny Parker. You could, I don't have Pav at Gear Tier 18, but you could try him out as well. But I don't think it's gonna matter, because these nodes weren't really designed with Spire Society in mind. We really are probably gonna need to invest in Vigilante to get through it. If there's another team combination, guys, feel free to drop that in the comments below if it's worked for yourself. Maybe you already brought up some characters, but remember, the caveat is that you don't want to be pushing any of these characters from the Spire Society team into Gear Tier 20. That's the one thing that you need to watch for. What I will say is, though, Blade and Oath are pretty much confirmed to be needing to be required to be used in these city nodes. They're really, really good. I don't have them at Gear Tier 20 yet, but my game plan right now is going to be a 3-piece Vigilante plus Oath and Blade. Especially, remember, they're needing to be invested in anyways for raids in itself, so as part of the Mystic section. So if you're using them already day in, day out, it's gonna be a really, really good investment. And who knows, they may very well be slotting it into the next Dark Dimension, because of the fact that they're so useful already and they're already invested in. If we're bringing them to Gear Tier 20, there's a strong likelihood that they're probably coming into Dark Dimension, I guess in this case, Dark Dimension 9, whenever they decide to announce that here, which I assume is going to be shortly, because of how quickly and how fast Age of X was already completed. We'll definitely see that in the coming weeks and months here. So yeah, this is what I work for myself, guys. Able to get through the first 3 nodes at least. I'm not fretting about it right now, because at the end of the day, you have to use 5 characters at character 20 to progress. So we don't have that yet with the city section, but when I do, I'll make that content. If you guys want to see content on this as well, I can make it, but to be honest, I don't think it's gonna be of value until I get the actual team. This 3-piece plus like I said, the Night Stalkers is just a way to kind of band-aid through and get through it as quickly as you can to capitalize on some rewards. And what I mean by that, by rewards, guys, is if you check the milestones here, right, there is actually some red stars tied back to Race to X here. So as you're progressing, as you're doing this, right, make sure that you can go back into the milestones here. Progression is going to add some opportunities of red stars for Professor X himself. To be honest, I don't know how this is going to be available once this event ends, as you can see, in about roughly a month. So that is going to be interesting to tell. I'm not sure, but we will see in due time, guys. That's my quick update now. But yeah, again, great that we see progression in this game. Great that we're already seeing folks unlocking and completing Professor X himself. But remember to stay the course. As a free-to-play, if you're a free-to-play player like myself, you got to just take your time. You got to just be smart about your investments. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. It is a marathon, always, not a sprint. So make sure you manage those resources effectively, because that is the name of the game of Marvel Strike Force. So hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if there's other teams that work for yourself. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but we'll see in the meantime anyways, because we do have to invest in those character 20 characters for the city section. And that's what we're also banking on right now, and getting those resources over time. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.